Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Commodores will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Evans. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the offense on first down. On the ground, it's Frazier. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
The give to the tailback.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. A 3rd and long coming up here. Here we go. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Gets it out quickly. Across the 25, he's got room. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Grishada. Safe completion on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The give to the left side. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs and hopefully move the football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the 1st quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the 2nd quarter.
Georgia, 14, Vanderbilt, 0.
He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the option. Now the toss. And the ball slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
bounced off his feet.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board there.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down.
He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll get rid of it. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Fires to the tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught, close to the marker, it's Humphries. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Grishada. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 28, a chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
He's tackled at the 24-yard line. 2nd down.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. It's a fumble. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball...
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Slides away. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. A run for the quarterback. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Georgia going up tempo. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's hauled in at the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Johnson looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. They'll stop him at the 1.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Doors.
And nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tuggle. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play, he drops back, first down, got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down, new set of downs, new set of problems.
Johnson wants to throw it. It's caught. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. On the move, it's Alexander.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Johnson looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Quarterback keeps it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really...
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game...
Off he goes! He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Buys a little time. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Snap it to the back. can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my 3rd down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Goes to the option. Touchdown, Vandy. And the comeback is on.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Evans. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take a... No, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking out the end zone, making a huge play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
They're trying to get to him. Got room at the 35. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. The Commodores headed quickly to the line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
First and goal, Vanderbilt. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 35, Vanderbilt 21.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown Commodores! And here they come almost all the way back. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get them the ball back.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They're lining up to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Tuggle. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got enough for the first down. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Going up top on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Looking to pass on second down. He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw. It's Rashada. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Doors. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Second down coming up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Looking for room, it's Alexander. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Crosses the 30, he's got away. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Third and goal from way back there. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Bring in the heat. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. They move on top here in the fourth. You have to imagine we're going to see a bit more of these designed runs as this game goes on.
No doubt. This is a guy that can run it. He can throw it. So what do I do? How do I stop it? Do I play pass? Do I play run? I mean, it's very frustrating to try to stop this kind of guy. And you see the explosive capabilities and making it happen on his own.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play with it.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the offense on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield, it's Rashada. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.